You were just talking about this going into last weekend about how the weather's going to be beautiful, but by the time you get to the top of wherever you might be hiking, you better be prepared with a layer or two, and that's the extreme case.
Never mind. Mount Washington is just never a place that you can hike unprepared, like period.
No gambling.
Middle of summer, but especially this time of the year. We had a nice day today. The sun made a big difference. It definitely.
It really did, especially with temperatures in the 50s. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like sensibly, it was like, okay, you know what, 53 and sunny, not bad. 55 is what we got to officially in Portland. 53 in Bangor, 57 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, but we did have a lot of sun. Can't show you the satellite anymore though because it's dark out, so just have to imagine that it's still largely clear. We will see some clouds come in tonight, mostly high, thin clouds by early tomorrow morning. And tomorrow is not a cloudy day, but it's cloudier than today. And so temperatures are off a few degrees from today's highs in the low 50s for many of us, 40s into the mountains. We'll call it a mixture of sun and clouds. That's how I think it plays out for most of the state. Because this front had slowed down just a tiny bit here, it looks like we're able to get the daylight hours on Thursday in, with most of us being dry. The vast majority of the state will be dry during the daylight hours on Thursday, with temperatures in the low 50s, maybe even some mid 50s. So not a bad day. Then the rain moves in Thursday, kind of early evening. From southwest to northeast, depending on your location. Parts of the mid-coast and down east Maine will be after midnight before rain moves in. But there will be a period of heavy rain and some gusty winds here overnight into early Friday morning. And that rain will sit over down east Maine and even into Bangor through the morning commute on Friday, eventually into northern Maine. But the encouraging thing is it looks like we're able to clear out here from southwest to northeast, and as a result get Friday afternoon, and actually could be pretty nice over southern Maine, potentially in the low to mid 60s if we get some sun in Friday afternoon. A little bit dicier across northern Maine as far as trick-or-treating goes, probably still fine, but an isolated shower still lingering through Friday afternoon into early Friday evening, and then it's quite windy on the backside on Saturday, and it's a cool weekend. Temperatures around 50 at best. So rainfall amounts here, the bullseye varies about an inch to an inch and a half mostly. This model's putting down a lot in down east Maine. Some other models shift that farther west, so we'll have to watch the axis of heaviest rain. Let's take you to Melissa, which finally the eye has closed up, but unfortunately that only happened because it went over Jamaica, and it hit Jamaica as a Category 5 hurricane with winds of 185 miles an hour. And the landfall today at 1 o'clock tied the strongest Atlantic Basin landfall on record, not just Jamaica, but anywhere in the Atlantic Basin. So that's how strong that storm was. Unfortunately, with these type of situations, usually it takes a little while for information or reports to trickle out as to what the damage is. So I think we're going to be finding that out over the next few days. Meanwhile, back here, it is cool and windy on Saturday. It is fall back this Saturday, or technically Sunday morning, I guess. Just be aware of that. And Sunday will feel November-y because it's in the upper 40s and we get the early sunset there. We'll see how much rain we can get out of this storm too. Obviously, we're still in a drought, but we all know that. So.
All right, thanks, Keith.